Brought to you by My 11 Circle. Win first prize 1 crore every day. Download the app now.
My first question is Rafael Nadal is can complete an unprecedented 14th French Open title this season, but he's been suffering from injury issues over the last year or so. So do you think that he stands a chance given the new crop of players that have entered the arena recently?
Look, I think with Rafael Nadal, it's always about, how fit he is. And, he has already said that, I'm not a man playing with an injury. I'm a man with injuries. And I think that sums it all up. So I feel that if he is fit, he can go deep in the tournament. But honestly, I don't think he's going to be able to go all the way because the French Open, it's 5 sets, it's 2 weeks, Grand Slam, every match is tough. And I think players know now that Rafa is carrying injuries, and if they're able to just keep the matches long and engage him in rallies, they have a chance of beating him.
Okay, sir. So my next question is, Novak Djokovic will get a chance to defend his title this time round, and we all know how much Djokovic likes to keep on playing his opponents till they tire out because of the amount of stamina level that he himself has. So, do you think that? But at the same time, he has also been going through personal issues with his vaccination problems and everything, and as such. So, what do you think? Do you think Novak Djokovic will be able to retain his trophy? Because not a lot of people have been able to do it since Nadal himself. Even if
Well, not a lot of people have had a chance because of Nadal. I mean, as you know, he's won 13 titles in the last 15 odd years. So no,
yes,
Nadal hasn't given anybody a chance. I think with
exactly.
Djokovic, I think that he's put the whole vaccination controversy behind him. And so has the public and the spectators and the media, I think. And the fact that he won last week, he beat Alcaraz, he's definitely peaking well for the French Open. And so I'm going to say that he is the odds-on favorite. He remember he comes in with a little bit of, in Hindi, khunnas, right, which is
Yes, yes.
which is the right word to describe what he's coming in with because of all that he faced at the Australian Open and the embarrassment and all of that. So he's just going to want to come in here, play tennis the way he does, and like I said, I think that he is the odds-on favorite to win.
Okay, so you mentioned Carlos Alcaraz. He was actually the subject of my next question. He is one of the up and coming talents, another Spanish player who has been doing well. Granted, we don't know much about his personal performances on clay courts, or maybe he's I guess 19. I know Nadal was also 19 when he won his first Roland Garros. Do you think it is time for him to now carry the torch from Nadal, from his fellow countrymen?
No, I think definitely. I think everybody knows that Nadal is not going to be around for too long, and Alcaraz, at a tender age of 19, the way he's been playing tennis, one is his, his technique, his movement, his fitness, and his mental strength. So I think that it's no secret that he is going to take over the baton not only from Rafael Nadal for Spain, but I think he is going to be the torchbearer of tennis in the years to come. And I think he made a smart decision by taking the week off last week because he didn't expect, I don't think even he or his team expected that he'll beat, Djokovic and Nadal and Zverev and all these guys and then win the title. So I think it's smart on his team's part and his part to take a week off last week so he'll be fresh and ready to go at the French Open.
So, follow-up question on this. He won the Madrid Open at home. How much of a confidence booster will this be for him coming into the French Open?
No, I think winning any title, which is a warm-up tournament to a big Grand Slam, gives you a lot of confidence. And for him to win, like you said, in his home country against some of these top players, I think has been really, really an incredible peak. We've got a sneak peek into what this kid is capable of doing, and it's going to be really exciting to see what he does at the French Open. Don't forget that all three of them are in the top half of the draw. So
Yes,
we
sir.
have to see only one out of the three of them in the final,
Yes,
which is
sir.
most interesting to see.
Okay, yes, sir, you're right. So now from the men's game, we move on to the women's game, and I have a couple of questions. Since 2008, there have not been any of the women players women tennis stars who have been able to retain the title. Max to max, we've had Serena Williams win a couple of titles, but no one has ever been able to retain it. Why do you think that is a situation? Is it because the game is more competitive, or is it because it's slightly tougher to play on clay courts? What is your personal opinion, sir?
No, I think it's a combination of many things. One is that the women's tennis has always had a lot of different players winning titles. There were a couple of years where, four women won four different titles, right?
Yes,
Grand
sir.
Slams.
Grand
Uh,
slams, yes, sir.
that's number one. So I think that there's a lot of competition in the women. The second point is that because the French Open is on clay, there's a lot of young European players who've born and brought up in clay, and they're able to make a mark at the French Open. I think the third point is the fitness aspect, right? French Open requires a lot of fitness and a very different game to win. And if you look at, let's say, a Serena or some of the others who've dominated in that sense women's tennis, they've never been natural clay court players. They've
Yes, sir.
been hard court or grass court players. And I think that's one of the reasons why you've seen so many different women win the French Open title.
Okay, sir. My next question is, who would you go on and win it? Since you yourself mentioned that there's a lot of competition, so who would you have? Who would you choose to go on? I mean, there is of course Iga Swiatek, current world number one, but then you have another youngster in Emma Raducanu. So she's not done as well as she did, and or as she would have liked to. But who would your personal choice be, sir?
No, I think that most people who've been following tennis will pick Iga Swiatek only because she's won here before and she's on a 28 match winning streak.
Yes, sir.
And that really counts for something. So the kind of confidence that she's going to be coming in with, she seems to be relatively injury free. She's young, so she can stay out there, and battle and play the long points and the long games and the long matches. So I would definitely say that Djokovic and Swiatek are the favorites.
And my final question for the evening, sir, would be among the Indian tennis stars. We know that this is Ms. Saina's last season as a tennis star, if I'm not wrong. So, who do you like among the Indian tennis stars? Who do you think? I wouldn't say go. I don't want to be pessimistic when I say go all the way. But who do you think will perform the best? Who are your eyes on among the Indian tennis players?
For this tournament, or you're saying generally?
Generally, and for this tournament.
No, I think there's only Rohan and Sanya who are.
Yes, sir. For this tournament.
Yeah. So, well, I hope both of them go deep, and I don't want to pick either because they're both playing different events, right? So let's just hope
Yes,
that
sir.
both of them are able to, gel with their partners and go into the second week of the tournament.
Okay, sir. Okay, so that's it from my end, and hope you also enjoy the Roland Garros as much as we do.
Thank you. Lovely
Yeah.
speaking. Thank you.
Lovely speaking to you too, sir.
Thank you.
मेरे साथ जुड़िए मनाने के लिए क्रिकेट का सबसे बड़ा त्योहार। मैच से जुड़े आपके हर सवाल का हम देंगे जवाब। जानने के लिए हर अपडेट, लाइव एनालिसिस, स्पेशल इंटरव्यूज, डाउनलोड कीजिए स्पोर्ट्स तक ऐप।